Outlast walkthroughs. We're going to open up Parasite Eve walkthrough. Oh, I need to. I mean, I'll fix the timer for Outlast. 5, 6. I mean, it's probably close to like 32 minutes instead of 25. So the escape section is very short. I'll just put it at 35 minutes. Sorry, I had to get all my overlays and shit set up. Let's make sure my controller is plugged in. Where's RetroArch at? There it is. Cool, the controller's working fine. Load core. Load content. RetroArch. PS1. Parasite Eve Disc 1. Yes, Disc 1. How do I get to the menu? There we go. So I have to change the controls. Device type, DualShock. Alrighty. Hello, OBS. Oh, that's the wrong one. There we go. I had to hide the Elgato. And I did leave the Halloween music on, so let's go ahead and shut that shit off. Now, do you hit continue from here, or do you hit new game? I'm sorry, where is EX mode? Hmm. Oops. Something right here. Bear with me a moment. I'm getting paranoid here. I engraved my stuff, yeah. I'm slightly concerned that my save got deleted somehow. There we go. I had to insert disk 2. All right, now to try to remember how to do this. Because this is very unintuitive in there we go. In RetroArch. Oh, timer. Unskippable cutscenes. Unskippable. Unskippable. It was a machine gun. Yeah, it's 3 times shot, double command, burst. I think that's it. I don't remember what else, if anything. Forgive me, we're going to be spamming a lot through the dialogue. We still got a pretty long grind ahead of us. Oh, shit. Aye, Bray. The return, Miss Bray. Yeah, so, well, no, that's not right. The in suit with +1 inventory, HP max up, auto potion, and I think that's poison resistance. And then the weapon is the MP5 with 3 times shot, burst, quick draw was the other thing, and double command. And kind of decent stats. I mean, it's not super great, but I mean, it's not terrible either. Got a lot of bonus points, which I'm half tempted to dump into defense. Just dump the whole fucking shebang into defense, but I also need more range on the MP5. And I think I have enough bonus points here to get like 30 more range. I am going to do, yeah, I'm going to do Parasite Eve 2. I just don't have enough time left in the month. And Outlast took way more time than I was expecting it to. So, I don't know. What do I upgrade? We'll go for range, I guess. We need to get like 100 range with this. Just to start. And then Parasite Eve. Prioritize getting 80 to 100 range before adding attack. Yeah. So we'll get to 100 range. Parasite Eve 2 is even less of a horror game than Parasite Eve is, so that'd be fine to play at basically any point. Yeah, it's more sci-fi. Okay. Well, I'll keep that in mind then. Alright. I do want to dump some defense. How many bullets do I start with? Not a lot. Alright. Granted, this game is like fucking bullet central, so it's not going to be a problem. I am going to follow the normal guide for items. Now when you come back outside, you can talk to the cop a few more times. Yeah, I know that. I did that last time. So yeah, I'll actually probably do that because this gun is a little bit of a bullet hog. I say that, the enemies are going to die very quickly, but at least for the first little while they will. I'm sure at some point the game's going to get harder. Right? This is EX mode, it's supposed to be harder. Oh, I should remove that filter from the Elgato before I forget. Also, how's the volume? Can you guys hear the game okay? RetroArch and I do not get along. Good. Kerblammy. Everybody on fire. We need to keep track of junk. somehow. I need a better way to do that instead of just like manually tallying it. I forgot. She just fucking shoulder checks that dude to the ground. That's so funny. I forgot she did that. I went through the entire game without dying, and the only reason that I died was because I didn't know that you could leave before the T-Rex fight in the museum and upgrade your weapons. God, the fucking pixelated eyes here is also just very amusing. Oh. I didn't expect one shot was all it was going to take. I would have shot her faster. Their bodies are communicating, guys. This too is Yuri. Also, pre-rolls just went out. Really inconvenient time. Maybe I should have ran the ad while I was setting things up. That's my bad. Once we regain control of Aya, we'll take a break so I can go to the bathroom and stuff, and then we'll come back to it. Ow. Whoop, 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 whoop. Just Zoidberged out. Alright. We will be right back. Yeah, I'm following the walkthrough mainly just because I want to find all the items again so that I can get like the upgrade shit and find all the super tools and stuff like that. Just pulls her badge out from between her boobs. You know that magic pocket that every woman have. Every woman. All women have. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. I wonder, does hardcore mode... No, it does not. It does disable things like speed ups and stuff, but it does not actually technically disable save states. So part of how retro achievements functions, to get true mastery of a game, you have to enable hardcore mode. And hardcore mode disables things like emulator cheats, disables fast forwarding and rewinding, things that you could use to manipulate the game. But weirdly enough, I still have the ability to use save states. But I know that that will flag me. It's a rat. Rats. Not very intimidating rats. I like how halfway through the game they decided that it would be a good idea for Aya to discard keys whenever she doesn't need them anymore. But not before that. reading other people's diaries. Pretty big invasion of privacy, Miss Bray. Can I drop this? Yes, I can drop this too. Really? You have to reread the whole thing to find the key again? At this point, I feel like you're just being nosy. And a little judgy. I'm sorry, why isn't Quick Draw working? Very weird. Yeah. I was about to say, where's the ammo? How is my encounter rate this low? Oh, whatever. It's weird that quick draw isn't functioning. I don't understand why. Oh, now it's working. Does it only work on boss encounters and not just like normal ones? Feels a little jank. Well, blasting. I'm going to ignore chests that only have weapons or armor because I don't need them at this point. Though you only get the unlimited tools at the end of Chrysler Building. And further question, if you're already at the end of the Chrysler Building, why do you need to do that? Like, honest question, I don't I know that you get those items, but as far as I understand, they are so late game that at that point they're not even necessary. That's what I was looking for. Okay. So remember I told you there was a way to get those. Find one real card. That's what you meant? It has been a few weeks, so I do apologize for not remembering. Hmm. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, I know Chrysler Building's pretty hard. But yeah, I'll keep that in mind. Oh, I have to move my head. Isn't the equipment that you find in the Chrysler Building better for the toolkits though? And you can go there right after you beat the intro. Yeah. I was thinking about saving it until after the museum to get my level up, but do you think I should go early? The final museum. I definitely was not close enough for that to work. Ow! Bad gator. Yeah, I know. I have burst on my gun, so I figured ultimately trying to specifically target one didn't matter. The problem was that I was too far away, so I wasn't hitting the tail because my range wasn't far enough. Yeah. I remembered. It's just that I was like, I don't really need to specifically target it because burst is going to take care of it, and I didn't anticipate the tail being outside of my range. Blammy! Just donkey punch that guy. Police brutality! That wasn't a thing in the 90s. Well, it wasn't a thing that anybody knew what that was. I need to do a lot of getting junk. Achievement. Oh yeah, I forgot that I get bonus points. Oh shit. What am I doing? Oh. I was trying to find more info on this glitch that you're talking about, and I just was not paying attention. day 2 now. It's up on the page. Okay, so Haunting, explain to me this glitch and how does it work? Because the only thing that I'm finding is that there's a spot in Soho where you can repeatedly get normal trading cards, but those don't count. And nothing's coming up whenever I look this up. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I know. I know that one. There's also a spot in Soho that you can do that. Where do you find the cards? Is it just like random on each floor? Or what? Gotcha. You guys do a lot of damage. Oh. I forgot I have revives. Yeah, I know about the mimics. A lot of damage, by the way. A lot of damage these guys are doing. Oh, dear God. Fucking birds. We'll see how far I get. I have another revive. Right? Yeah, I have another revive. No, not yet. I was gonna farm that at in chapter 3. Or day 3, not chapter 3. And these floors are long. Is this the supply closet you were... Okay, Aya, just open it up all on your own. Looks like it. Man. I need to go drop off this junk. Creating a new counter real quick in Firebot so I can keep track of how much junk I've collected. Now, if I leave and re-enter, that floor resets, right? Like it's random every time. It turned into a roguelike at this point. Yeah, I knew. Okay. Okay, cool. Well, theoretically, I could just farm the first floor over and over again until I find it. Which might be worth it. Ha! Another tool. Despite the layout changing, I believe it does not reset the loot pools of the supply closet. Why you gotta ruin my day like that? Harsh my vibe. I wish I could get these fucking rockets out of my inventory entirely. What I should have done is moved all my ammo from my previous playthrough. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Yeah, you can move the rockets into storage, but you can't get the rocket crate out of your inventory. As soon as you find one, it just forever takes up an inventory slot. I don't want this. Wayne, I don't need to hear it. I just need you to take my junk. That is not a euphemism. Oh yeah, you can't move the hell yeah, dude. Make a man out of him yet. I swear to God, if this works, I'm gonna be pissed. Yeah, see, you can't. You can move all the rockets out, but you can't fucking get rid of the crate itself. Which is so stupid. I need to start using the medicines instead of my parasite energy. Especially since I have the ability to use my parasite energy in boss fights now. Alright, well, that's another junk. I might make a hotkey for that too. Just changing it manually is going to get annoying. What's up here? Ammo. 6. Plus 6 ammo. Alright, we're going to progress a little bit. Just because I was getting my ass handed to me there. So. Do you remember offhand what day it is that you meet Maeda? Also, wait, I think I need to talk to somebody here first. Okay. Just had to figure out where I was. I'm not doing all the extra shit for the lore. Yeah, you meet him at at the end of day 2, and then you gain control again at the beginning of day 3, and you're in Soho, and that's where you can. That's the first time you can get the infinite trading cards. Try and double check because I don't want to. I mean, I guess I have another chance at doing that as well, so it's a hospital, so it's not a big deal. Also, no, haunting, you're fine. A lot of the times, whenever I ask questions, I'm also asking them just out loud, so if anybody can answer it before I find the answer on my own, then that's fine, but I'm also looking up myself, so I'll get the answer eventually. um, Ow. Ow, fucking bright flashing lights. Ah. Everybody calm down. Slam. Out the door, Aya. Thank you. Have I mentioned that I love the soundtrack of this game? The police department in particular. Very vibey. Dun, 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 dun. It's not quite as vibey as Dark Cloud, but eyes on the road, Daniel. You see how fucking fast you're going? Seriously, it's like he's going 90 miles an hour with how fast that shit's going by. He doesn't even have his sirens on. I don't think there's anywhere in New York that you can go that speed. Dinosaurs. Oh. Damn it. I forgot to split the recording. Oh well. I'll do it in Camtasia tomorrow. No, me first, me first. Damn it. Dr. Klump. Because you can't have a game about horrific scientific experiments without a Nazi scientist involved at some point. I mean, it doesn't ever say explicitly that he's a Nazi, but I mean, come on. Chances are pretty high. Does look pretty young, though. I don't know. Like, compared to somebody who would have been alive during World War II and doing science things for the Nazis. Yeah, you punch that air, Daniel. You karate chop that air, Aya. Chrysler building Parasite. Yep. Yeah. Man's going fucking light speed down this road. There's quite literally no traffic, Daniel. I really don't think you needed to turn on your sirens, especially when you're breaking the sound barrier as it is. That guy closed the door in my face? Fucking rude. Daniel really likes to punch the air. I don't know what's got him so excited, but... I actually didn't know that this gun could have 6 mod slots. Hey, Larry. Yep, we beat Whistleblower earlier. Yeah, nailed in 5 attempts. Should have been 4 attempts, but there's a very notorious bug at the end of chapter 6. Yeah, I just was too lazy to swap it over. There's a very notorious bug at the end of chapter 6, specifically on the PS5, where the loading zone that takes you into chapter 7 can bug out and freeze and crash your game. And on attempt number 4, I got past Eddie, got to that loading zone, and there are 2 ways that I've seen online to avoid that bug, and one of them is to walk backwards through the door. Tried that the first time, didn't work. So I lost that run. We ran through the entire game again, got to the end, got to that door again, and I waited like 5 or 6 minutes at the door, because that's the second method that I saw. And thankfully, that time it allowed me through, and we beat it. Took like 2 hours of gameplay, 2.5 hours of gameplay. I was pretty proud of myself, but really just unfortunate that it didn't work out. How do I change? Yeah, we can go ahead and change it to Parasite Eve, I guess. Parasite Eve. Parasite Eve Mastery Run. And I don't remember what part this is. Let me check my YouTube channel. Bear with me for just a moment here, guys. Content. All right, 1, 2, 3. So this would be part 4, technically. Okay. Update. Thank you for pointing that out for me, Larry. Because, yeah, I completely forgot about that. The fucking retro arc. Okay, there we go. Yep, now we're on to EX mode of Parasite Eve. We've already beaten the game once. Now we're just going through beating it again. And at some point actually committing to Chrysler Building. I don't care if I burn. I don't care if I die before I'm able to find my son. I'm going to be answered on what the Chrysler Building is. Never bothered to look it up. Yeah, it's kind of like a roguelite dungeon where the floors reset if you leave. Like, each floor is random, but every 10th floor has a boss. Or every 9th floor. 9 or 10, either way. And the true final boss of the game is on the final floor. Save our game real quick. I took a crack at it already once and got my ass handed to me. Oh, that's a lot of snakes. I really don't need that much medicine, guys. Seriously. Now leave me alone. Bad bird. Supposed to be a red chest. There it is. Good amount of power-up stats on that vest. Where are the monkeys? Ow. Are those fish eating the Doritos? That's what it looks like. You're trying. So sad. If I had an Alexa anymore, I'd have her play Despacito. That's not what I wanted. That's definitely not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Mafia 3 is an enjoyable game. Swap some junk medicine here. Yeah, I mean, if you want to... Hold on, I'm fumbling trying to make my way through this menu. If that's something you want to, like, recommend or whatever, then that's perfectly fine. The best place to do that is going to be... here. I do think you might have to make an account to be able to do it. But there's a spot. Oh, you're definitely not recommending. I mean, that's fair too, but if there are any games you want to recommend or suggest, Rank 1 has a spot for it. It's a very, very handy website. It's great for me to keep track of everything that I am doing, have done, and want to do. And if you don't want to make a profile on there, perfectly understandable. You can always just drop your recommendations in the chat. Just don't be offended if I don't remember your recommendations, because I have a really bad memory. Plants. If I get enough junk to get rid of all of my medicine ones, I'm going to have to go back to the police center, because I don't want to be entirely without healing. I mean, I always have the healing spell, but... So many goddamn snakes in this goddamn park. That didn't work out how I wanted it to. Gee, Aya, you think? All the animals have escaped. I was wondering where all these snakes were coming from. Snakes are just a natural part of New York. And giant deformed monkeys. And just really violent pigeons. When the performance is so amazing that you just turn to ooze. I love hearing a song and then just crying goop. I have to assume that's what's happening there because I don't know what the story is. Freeze, monster, your beats are just too sick. Bye. We gotta put down Winnie the Pooh, guys. I'm sorry for this. I had to do it to him. What I find interesting is technically you can start a EX game off of any EX game save. So technically I could start a new game off of that save right here. And as far as I know, I would keep my weapons and armor. Well, weapon and armor, the one that I scribed. Lucky to be German? Why is that? I mean, pretty much anything is better than being an American right now, so, you know, kudos on not being born here. take that actually. Did I have something? Yep, the SP vest. Oh, snakes are... Gotcha. Give me my medicine back. This maze area is confusing. We have one better thing. What's that? Actual snow during the winter. Yep. Yeah, that's why I moved where I am. I feel like I'm not going the way that I'm supposed to be going. Yeah, I did go the wrong way, but I can get back on track here in just a second. I just going this way. 'Probably should have targeted the bear instead, because it was going to have more HP. 'Too bad I can't double up on inventory slots. Inventory slot upgrades. %45 chance at an encounter. No, don't go out of my range, dick. Fuck it. Oh yeah, now you come over here. Oh, did I already? Oh, I did. It wasn't a tool whenever I did it that time. I think I just found ammo or some shit. Don't quite recall. 4 more pieces of junk. 5. Every piece of junk I get here is going to make my grind in Chapter 3 just a little bit shorter. So it's worth it to sacrifice some healing items whenever I don't really need them right now. There's 3 more junk that I'm not going to be able to do anything with. Worm time. Really bad time to need to reload there, Aya. Worm destroyed. This is unfortunate though, because I want all of these things, and I have no... Damn it. Well, I guess we're gonna lose one junk, because I want that more. No, I mean, I really don't. Time for a romantic pony ride. Just me and Bay on the horse. Because this too is Yuri. Damn, that horse is so hot. It's practically on fire. Bye. Oh. Oh, she gave me a head pat. It was so effective I fell over. Oh no, he tripped. At least Bay's there to check on me and make sure I'm okay. Look, she even took me to the hospital. I don't know why I turned into a child, but whatever. All that danger for a child that wasn't even fucking in there the entire time. Like, I know we had to go in there to try to stop Eve from turning everybody into goop, whatever. This fucking kid's more trouble than he's worth. You need to trade him in for a new one. There goes Daniel punching the air again. He even added in the double karate chop. I like to imagine everybody's just communicating with grunts and body motions. All right, Ben. Your daddy's tired of you, so we're feeding you to the dog. What a cute little puppy. I sure hope nothing bad ever happens to her. No, dog, you were supposed to eat the child. That cop just used the force on that taxi. Typical New York rush hour, am I right? Damn, this place has really gone to shit. What the hell happened here? That cop's bastardom was so high that he just spontaneously combusted from his own corruption. You love to see it. Ah, fucking flashbang. Always dreaming about a hospital, man. I really must have wanted to be a doctor instead of a cop. Feels like she missed her calling. Oh no, we're on fire. Oh, it's just the barrel. I feel like the game doesn't accurately portray how fucking tiny Aya is. Either that or she's just surrounded by people that are only like 5'6". Because she is diminutive. I gotta look this up again. How tall did I say she was? She's fucking. She is 5'2". She is surrounded by people that are like 5'4", 5'5". Because she's not that, like, her character model isn't that much shorter than anybody else around. Well, he slouches. I bet if he stood up straight, he could be like 5'7". Does he? I didn't think the height difference was that obvious. Aya, get up and go stand over next to Daniel. I don't know what you guys are talking about, but it's not more important than my question. She's like, no, I'm too shy. I don't want people to know that I'm a short queen. Yeah, okay, towers over here. That's like 4 inches. Just like looking at them right now, because from the perspective there, you can pretty much compare. Like, let me use my fingers here. Yeah, no, that's no more. Yeah, she was just sitting. That's not more than 4 or 5 inches, which would make Daniel 5'7". Actually, the Daniel's supposed to be 6 feet tall. Aya is supposed to be 10 inches shorter than him. How tall is Maeda? Maeda is 5'6", actually. He is kind of on the shorter side. That's funny. I think Daniel just said something about a monkey. I don't know. We can't go to the zoo. All the animals escaped. Let's just assume perspective was like that one police car in Resident Evil 2 remake that is massive. I think they just assigned her a random height and didn't think of the implications as to what that would mean for her compared to literally everybody else in the game. She's like, man, I really want to go back to sleep right now. This bed looks comfortable as hell. All right. That is basically, that's where we're going to end it for tonight. As soon as you let me save my game, RetroArch. Jesus. Yes, there we go. Okay. Make sure my game is saved. Now, do I have to put in disk 2 every time I want to load these EX saves? Because they weren't showing up whenever I just put in disk 1 by itself. It's gonna be weird if that's the case. Anyhooser. Glad to be ending the stream at a relatively decent time for once. Fucking Outlast. Now that I'm in disc 1, it should be fine. Good. Yeah, Outlast took way, way longer than it had any right to be taking. Like, the trophy guide for Outlast, main game, and DLC, only supposed to be 20, or no, sorry, no, only supposed to be 13 hours. I did 24, and it shouldn't have been 24. That's what makes me so mad. It should have been 23. If I hadn't gotten that freaking window bug. I can't tell if there's squeaking coming from the music or if my cat is squeaking behind me. No, it's coming from the music. But yes, Outlast is done. I enjoyed my time with it. I just wish it hadn't taken me so long to do it. But I'm very proud of myself for beating the main game on Insane Mode. The DLC on Insane Mode, it was still fun, but it wasn't anywhere near the challenge that the main game was. With the main game just in general being longer, there were more sections where you had to try to like sneak around to avoid the enemies. Almost everything in the DLC was a juke and a chase. There really wasn't a whole lot of need to like sneak around at people. So it made for a faster pace of playing, which inevitably led to it being done faster, but it didn't really scratch the same mechanical rote memorization of the routes and stuff that the main game did. I am very happy that it didn't take me another 13 fucking hours to do, because that would have sucked. I don't have 13 hours before I would have swapped to Parasite Eve on Wednesday. But speaking of that, I need to update my schedule on the Discord and on Twitch. Reflect that we are going to be doing Parasite Eve tomorrow night. And then we'll also be playing it from Wednesday to next Monday. Ideally, I finish it before the end of the week. But given how quickly I was getting my ass beat in the very first floor of the Chrysler building, I don't know. We'll see. It was definitely a difficulty jump that I wasn't expecting that fast. What was I going to look up? I was going to look up something. Oh, no, I was going to my rank 1 profile so I can move Outlast out of the current games and into played games.
Happy Halloween.
24-hour playthrough. Whatever. It's done now. I think that's the only game so far that I've done on this channel that did not come under expectation for the time to like 100%. Every other game that I've done, I've either shaved off a couple hours, or if it's a really long game, like Final Fantasy 13 had an estimated time to plat of 90 hours, I believe, and I was able to get it in 67. So, the longer the game, the easier it is to cut off a huger chunk of hours. Not for Outlast, though. That took over double the amount of time. Well, almost double the amount of time that it was supposed to take. But we did it, and I'm pretty proud of it. Anyway, like I said, tomorrow, Parasite Eve, and then Wednesday through Monday of this week, also Parasite Eve, unless we finish it early, in which case we'll probably go to Signalis. Yeah, we'll probably go to Signalis. And then for the last week of Spooktober, the 22nd through the 27th, we will be doing Alien Isolation, as well as probably finishing off Signalis. And then the last 3 days of October, I'm probably actually going to take off of streaming, just because I would only be able to stream on the 29th and the 30th anyway, because I'm not going to be able to stream on Halloween. So, appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Hope you all had fun. Looking forward to talking to you all again soon. Everybody have a great night, great afternoon, depending on, where you are in the world. And I'll talk to you all later.